Got a very windy day here today. Camera angle may not be the best. I apologize for that. We've got 211 yards to this par 3. Front pin into the wind, so it's every bit of a driver for me. Pin's in the middle, so we can miss it on either side. So guys, I know a lot of you watched these videos and told me you've shot some of your lower rounds. You finally broke an 80 or broken 90. So today, I'm going to give you some tips. If you're still not breaking that scoring barrier, what you can do, or things that you may be doing that's keeping you from making 80. I think this ball may have hit this tree here. The first reason is you haven't put the work in on the short game. We have to work on our different lies. This is a bare lie here a little bit, kind of muddy. So I have to kind of use the bounce to hit a decent shot here. And even that, sometimes it doesn't work out. So another reason you may be struggling to break that scoring barrier is not being more accepting of your bad shots. I realized that wasn't an easy shot. We accept it and we move on. Okay, so here we have a par 5. We can't reach this creek, so I'm just going to hit driver down there and get it as close as we can. So I think another big thing about breaking 80 is recognizing your limitations. There's no reason to swing hard and try to go after this ball. When a nice smooth swing will get us in position. I'll give you 2 right here. 1, not recognizing the little things that affect play. Conditions, for instance, you see I just took off one of my layers with extra layers on. You're going to swing slower. So you have to take that into account when you have extra layers on, the temperature drops. Another thing here, I have a little mud on the right side of the ball. When the mud is on the right, the ball tends to fly left. So I have to take all of that into consideration when I'm hitting this shot. I've got 296 to the center. We'll hit a high wood and try to get it in wedge range. Should be pretty good. All right, guys, so I'm really fighting the wind and the mud today. We got a little mud on the ball. We're happy when we get to the green and are able to clean the ball off. If anything, in this instance, when it's not on a particular side, it generally just knocks the ball down. So I got 106. It's downwind, which I would be tempted to maybe hit a 48-degree wedge. But with this extra mud, I'm just going to hit a pitch and wedge and try to hit a little easier. Okay, so we hit that out towards the middle of the green, but it's safe. Another reason why you may be struggling to break 80 is not being committed. One of the hardest things to do in golf is to commit fully to every shot. Most of the time, if you're overthinking a shot, you're probably playing the wrong shot. I had a situation similar in the 2-person where Brian and I were playing, and I was worried about hitting this wedge into this tree. When you think about it that long, you're probably doing the wrong thing. So I switched and hit a decent shot. Luckily, Brian knocked the putt in. This breaks right to left, pretty slippery. A little slower because of the water. This hole is 142. Now let's pretend we had to carry water. We dead into the wind. We're going to add about 12 yards for the wind. We're up to 154. A 154, which is between a 6 and a 7. The pin's in the front. We've got plenty of room behind it. So we could easily hit a 5 hybrid. The wind is strong. If we go up high, it'll probably really blow it. So I'm going to hit a 4 hybrid. I normally carry this club 175. This has given us an extra 60 feet behind this pin. So the worst case scenario, we're on the back fringe if we hit it really well. hit it at the left side of the green. And because we took extra club, that ball is safe. This wind is really strong and we played our miss. Another important key, probably in my opinion, one of the most important keys, lag putting. That's a good one. So guys, I can't emphasize enough how many times I've played rounds where I struggle with my ball striking, but end up having one of my better scoring rounds because I'm playing my misses, I'm playing to the safe side, and that is extremely important, and it puts a premium on your lag putting when you're doing it. So that's why lag putting is also so important. Sometimes we end up pressing because our lag putting may not be great, and we end up pressing, trying to hit the ball closer and closer to the hole because we're worried about three putting. So if we get our lag putting down, then we feel a lot more comfortable hitting the ball 30 feet from the hole. And when you get further out than that, you get 40 feet, everybody three putts on occasion. Another important key to breaking 80 is dispersion. A lot of players either don't know their dispersion or they don't play their dispersion. So knowing your dispersion is extremely important, and then playing it. When you have a hole where there's out of bounds right or out of bounds left, knowing how wide your driver dispersion is and knowing whether if it's too tight, you should hit a club that's going to be shorter and have a little tighter dispersion, mostly because it doesn't go as far. There's trees on the left, there's trees on the right, there's more trees left, there's more trouble left, and the hole plays longer left. Normally a par 5 would be kind of a birdie hole for a lower handicap, but this hole is playing 580. So I have to accept if I make a par here, it's actually a good score. And if I make a bogey here, it's not the end of the world. We don't want to go left, it gets too long, we'll go right. And if we end up hitting, we'll air a little right, and if we end up hitting it a little right behind some trouble over there, then we still can kind of work our way around that. We play it right, we mishit the shot, so we hit it a little further right, but again, the hole plays shorter that way, so that's actually going to help me because I'll be able to cut the corner over the right side of the creek. So guys, sometimes taking trouble out of play involves hitting more club and sometimes less club. So in this instance, I'm going to take all the short trouble out of play and I'll hit a 3-wood. There's some trees up there we have to navigate. If we don't hit this shot perfect, bogey is not the end of the world. How we have to think about these longer holes when we get out of position. Just remember, bogey is not a bad score. So it's just a matter of am I too close to go over the tree or not. But again, bogey's not a bad score. So guys, we've got this big tree here. We've got 147 to the pin, which there's no way I can hit a 7 or 8 iron over this tree. 131 to the left bunker. So that's kind of the target. And the wind is blowing left to right. So if we cut it a little bit, that'll help. Otherwise, we're either going to be just short of that bunker. I'll hit an 8 iron. Or in the bunker with plenty of green to work with. Depending on your bunker play, maybe you want to just lay it short of the bunker if you're not a good bunker player yet. So I hit it at the left bunker, try to cut it a little bit. Okay, so just left of the bunker, plenty of green to work with, and we're safe. All right, guys, we got a 54-degree wedge here. It's a perfect spot to land it short, just plenty of green to work with. Land it on the green, let it roll up to the hole is the idea. Pretty good. So as we would love to hit shots closer than this and have tap ins, but we have to work on our putts from 6 feet, 8 feet, because no matter how much we practice, we're going to give ourselves some of these putts. Knowing your dispersion, extremely important. We have trees left and right of the fairway here. I kind of hit the ball relatively straight, so I'll go the center of that fairway because I've got room, a little room, left or right. That one felt good. So the wind's kind of swirling on me here, but it's more across. We've got 137, the pin's in the front. So we're gonna hit at 8. There's no trouble front here. So if we do miss hit this a little bit, we're still okay. Kind of pulled it and just off the left side. So guys, we finished just in time. Looked like the rain is on its way. I got to get to a meeting anyway. I'd really like you to leave down in the comments section if my videos have helped you break any scoring barrier that you have, or just play more consistent golf, or even enjoy the game of golf more. Leave that down in the comments section. Also, I love the ideas you guys give me. So if you have an idea for a video or a ball you want me to review, leave that down in the comments section. And if you want to see one of my favorite videos, how to play in the rain, click the video on my right. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Mr. Short Hitter, out.
5 holes to go, just play 13. Need a palm away, yeah. Gotta hit more greens. My game's obscene now.